So Robinson, right here at the hockey grounds at Parkland City Park. Actually, I'm just joined with some hockey players and even a coach. But before you go there, just let me give you a simple calculation of what it means to play hockey and what it means actually to be a hockey player, because hockey is one of the expensive game after tennis. Like a ball, the one I'm holding in my hand, it costs up to between 800 shillings to 1,000 Kenyan shillings. You can imagine a small ball like this. A player, can he be able to buy a ball like this one? We don't know, but just to give you another analysis, to kit a goalkeeper like this one just here next to me, it costs you from 200,000 Kenyan shillings to have a million Kenyan shillings kitting just a goalkeeper like this one, because a hockey stick like this one, it costs up to 15,000 to 20,000 Kenyan shillings, kitting him from his protective gears so that the ball doesn't hit him to give him injuries. It's one of the expensive things to do. Like, it's hard for a team on its own to survive and to make sure that they keep these players in such a manner that they get what exactly they want. Like this guy here, his name is, what's his name?
Samuel Silong.
Samuel Silong is one of the goalkeepers of the team that I just played. I ended their game right a few minutes ago. But he's also going to sign for USIU that, as a goalkeeper. That's another step ahead. But he's also part of the team which is preparing, the national team which is preparing for the 2020 Olympics, where hockey will also be involved for the Kenyan team. I'm also joined here by Ivan. Ivan is one of the Kenyan players who is playing for the national team also. You are doing trials, right? So what does it mean to play for Kenya as a whole, like as Kenya as a team, and you are going to the 2020 Olympics if you qualify to be in that team?
It's been a good experience having to represent my country at the Youth Olympics. We featured in the Youth Olympics in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where we gained a lot of experience, and we are hoping to progress to the next level and even qualify for the Junior World Cup, which will be held next year. So it's a nice feeling representing the country.
I'm also joined here by a coach. Mr. Mike is a coach for the team, for one of the teams here which has played, and he's also the vice president of the hockey Kenya. Mike, what is the significance of the games which are being played today?
One, it's today we are launching a new project, TAP East Africa, which is a development project which we want to take the game of hockey to the grassroots. So it's important today that we've been joined by our neighbors, Uganda, on the field, but we have other technical officials from Uganda, Tanzania, who are also taking part in different training modules that are being offered in conjunction with the African Hockey Federation and the International Hockey Federation.
Coach, what does it mean playing young Turks like Silong and Ivan in the youth team, and then they are going to play for the national team? What does it mean for them, and what is the significance of them playing here? And are you trying to see whether they can participate well in the national team, or you are just playing them to see how good they can get?
One, we've actually gone back to the basics. We are getting the young players playing this sport early enough. For any team to be successful, we have to have our emphasis on the youth. So playing the young players, introducing the youth to the sport early enough will give us actually a competitive edge that will see us appear in the Senior Olympics. Because remember, the last time we were in the Senior Olympics, that was 1988. We've done it at the junior level, so why can't we do it at the senior level? So as a federation, the coaches involved in the training have that in mind, where we are working on a program to have our players coming through the system from under 18 to the under 21s, then the senior team.
Being one of the expensive sports in this country after tennis, like, it's expensive to have a ball like this. 1,000 shillings, quite a lot of money for a ball like this. It's also quite a lot of money for a small stick like this, which goes for 15,000 to 20,000 Kenyan shillings. It's quite expensive, coach. Putting up gears for a goalkeeper, 200,000 to 500,000. That's a lot of money. What does it mean? How do you get this? How do you get these things bought for these players? How do you prepare them? How do you gear them? Who helps you to do this? Because as a federation, I know maybe somehow You can't tell me that you're just doing this on your own.
One, we've got to realize that hockey is an amateur sport. We are not a professional sport. Going forward, indeed we have a challenge with the sourcing of the equipment, even training our players, exposing our players. What we normally do is, as a federation, we have well-wishers who once in a while come in to support the teams. But I will want to appeal to the corporates. They need to come and support the Kenyan youth. And that will see the sport grow in this country. Yeah.
So when do we expect our 2020 hockey team playing in the Olympics next year? When will this team get ready, or when will we have the full squad of this team playing?
One, already we have a team that is undergoing training. The training started in January. I want to believe the team has been whittled down to a squad of 32, which will eventually be whittled down to 25, thereafter to 20. So it's a process. We have like 5 months to go through the process, and it's a process that it's already started. The coaches handling the teams are already on the ground. They do train during the week and over the weekends. So we're already working on that. So the qualifiers are in the month of August in South Africa. So we hope again we will get that qualifying ticket to Tokyo 2020. But again, we are calling in well-wishers, the corporates. We are asking them to come in and give us a boost to support the young talent that we have in this country.
Quite a challenge for the national team to make sure that they have at least a team representing them in the Youth Olympics 2020 next year. But again, back to Ivan, what will you do? How would you think if you'll be selected for the national team?
Yes, after the experience I've gotten from Buenos Aires and the training schedule that we have gone through, I think I'll be representing the country.
What do you think will you do differently if you are selected for the Youth Olympics and also for the national team?
I think hockey being a team sport, I might say that majorly we should embrace the teamwork and playing according to the coach's system, discipline, the basics and teamwork. Yeah, that's what I think will be key for us if I will be selected.
Thank you so much, Ivan. This is another situation here. We are always expecting the best from this team, always expecting them to give us the best out of the best in everything that they do to make sure that we make it to the 2020 Olympics, to make sure that also we will make it to the World Cup, whereby it's coming next year, March. It's not far away, actually just a click of months away. So preparations, hard work, teamwork, and ensuring that these federations, like the Hockey Federation, has enough money for preparation of these events coming up is very key for their participation and performance, and it will affect not only these players but the glory of a country at large.